Hi, my name is Margaret Ellis Raymond. I am an author, and I was born with tricuspid atresia. Hello everybody, welcome back to my weird little corner of my room, which is the only area in this whole apartment that is filmable, so sorry, it's what I got to work with. Today I'm going to be telling you a story about Covid-19. I don't have it, don't worry. So I went to the grocery store. So I was at work and they were like, okay, we're closing, we're done. We're gonna work from home now. I was like, okay. So I got everything I needed. I left the school, I got in my car, and I went to Hannaford. I'm in New England, so we've got Hannaford and Shaw's. And I show up there after work and I start hair. Okay. I start getting everything that I need and I'm exposing myself and I'm going to take precaution because I don't want to get this with my pre-existing condition. So I wore this. I'm not kidding you. It's what we had in the house. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to have to do it. And I have a story about it. This is, well, I put the string on that. Yeah. This is what I wore. Yep. You say crazy, I say overly cautious, and I really don't want to get this, you know? In addition to wearing this, I wore purple gloves. So just imagine that. So maybe you don't think I'm crazy for doing that, but this was 2.5 weeks ago when the issue hadn't really come to the city or town that I was shopping in. So they were all gearing up for it, but it hadn't really hit my region hard yet. And so I was getting stared at. And I remember in high school feeling this way, a feeling like people were looking at me and they were making fun of me and talking about me behind my back. And I had that running thought in my head pretty much all through high school. Well, now it had all come true. Like, what I had in high school was not really present. And if it was, I wasn't aware of it, so I don't know why I was freaking out. But when I was in Hannaford, I was freaking out. I was beet red. I must have been. I didn't look in the mirror, but I must have been beet red because I'm walking around. Everyone else is not wearing protective anything. I saw somebody that I worked with and I was like, this is weird because like I didn't have this hazmat suit on when I was working during the day, but I'm in Hannaford and now I'm wearing it. And it was just so weird. I felt mortified. And I was like, why do I feel mortified? Like, I'm protecting myself. I should be okay with this. But I still felt horrible. And what made it 1,000 times worse was when I went to the checkout aisle. I did self-checkout, which was probably not the greatest of ideas, but I was like, I don't want 2 other people that I don't know touching my stuff. Like, I'm going to eliminate that, so I'm going to do self-checkout. Well, that means I have to check out everything, and I had like almost $300 worth of groceries, which is like triple the amount that I usually get for like normal grocery run. And it was made 1,000 times worse when a mother and a teenage daughter got in line behind me and were waiting for one of the 4 self-checkout registers to open up. And all my high school fears came true. This girl started snickering and whispering to her mother. I couldn't hear what she was saying, but it was this exact thing that I was terrified of happening while I was in high school, and it was happening now. Like, I'm 25 years old and it's happening now. Cool, great. And then I hear the mother whisper something to the daughter, like basically like cut it out, something short and sweet like that. And the daughter keeps snickering. And then I hear the mother kind of like join in. I was like, excuse me? And in my head, I love to play out other scenarios, although I never actually act on them. And I thought of this scenario after I had left. So I wanted to turn around and I wanted to look at the mother and say out loud, how dare you encourage your daughter to make me feel like crap for protecting myself? And then I also thought, what if I then took off my mask, looked at them, and coughed in their face? I wonder how they would feel then. Then they would be like, oh, put your mask back on, you know? Like, terrified that I had, you know, the disease or something and I was giving it to them. Yeah, well, that's how you should think about this. You should be wearing that gear when you go out, when you socialize, if you are going to. And really, you shouldn't be socializing anyway. So they were like a few feet away from me, and I'm like, okay, you need to be like 6 feet away from me. Like, why are you so close to me? Like, I don't get it. And also, I can like kind of hear what you're saying. I don't really want to. It would be great if you could step back. So yeah, it was just one of those things where it was very, it was mortifying. I felt like I was back in high school. It was horrible. That is my story. And I haven't been to the grocery store since. And I'm gonna make my boyfriend go the next time we need food. Because I don't want to revisit that at all. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you stay safe and don't feel mortified for wearing the correct protective clothing if you have it when you go out in public. And just try not to go out in public too much. Just stay home. Go for walks alone. Stay apart from each other. You know, just the usual. What is now our normal for a little while. Enjoy the nature. Rain from the trees. Oh, Jesus.